everything that we learned like back in the day for like going to school for like certain niche is not the same no more because it's right there on your phone. You go to TikTok, you go to Instagram,
Yeah, you can learn everything on YouTube videos.
you could take a course. You know what I'm saying? So I think another thing I would say is if you're getting into the fashion industry, learn as much as you can.
Welcome back to the Werks Podcast. Today we have a special guest joining us, Rendy Achille, the creative force behind Akili Apparel. Rendy's brand has made a significant impact in the fashion world with its unique and stylish offerings. From t-shirts and hoodies to hats and accessories, Akili Apparel is all about high quality materials and innovative designs. We're thrilled to have Rendy with us today to share his story, the inspiration behind his iconic products, and what's next for Akili Apparel. Let's give a warm welcome to Rendy Achille.
Hey man, appreciate it, man. Sam, thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on the pod, man. I greatly appreciate the time.
No problem.
I met you at the dealer, like
Sure.
like most of the guests I've had here.
Okay.
But we hit it off, man.
Right.
We hit it off, and when I first met you, you were at the barbershop and you had your little side hustle.
Correct.
With the apparel brand, and I always knew that you were gonna blow up.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I always knew that, and just give a little insight, man. Give a little backstory. You know, how was the transition from barbershop to owning your own clothing brand?
Right.
And the whole entrepreneur life.
Right. So thank you for all the kind words, man. I really appreciate it. So if I could take it back from when you knew me, from when I was coming into BMW for service. So at that time, you didn't know it. I always came in with a smile on my face, but I was tired of barbering. I was barbering for about 12, 15 years. And the problem I had with barbering was that it took up way too much of your time. You had to actually be there to make your money. So I did not like the fact that I didn't have no freedom. So one day, it's a funny story. One day I was just actually cutting somebody, and I was just like, "Hey, thank you for being a great client. Today's your last cut." And they're like, "What you mean?" And I'm just like, "I'm gone from here. Like, I'm done with it." But little did they know, in the back of my mind, like as you said it, I was also still selling apparel on the side. So the day I took into notice that I was like, okay, I'm gonna really take this apparel business and go full throttle with it, was when I kept having a lot of people coming up to me like, "Hey, when are you gonna grow your brand? Like, hey, when are you gonna open the store? Hey, we want more." You know what I'm saying? So I went with what they were telling me and followed my gut instinct, and it bloomed and worked out well for me.
That's good, man. That's good. And how at what age did you start barbering?
Barbershop, 19, 20.
19.
So it actually went from barbering for about 10, 15 years. Then I went to school to be a paramedic, and then I opened up the brand itself, Achille Apparel.
Oh man! So then, what happened with the whole paramedic thing? What?
We're here today.
Oh, okay.
We're here today. Nothing much. So I went to school for paramedic. I was registered. I was licensed firefighter, EMT, paramedic, and then just never got hired after that. It was just very competitive field. Never got hired.
Oh wow!
I
thought there's, to my understanding, it's like there's a lot of opportunities, but I guess not.
At the time, no. It was very hard to get on with I went to like 5 to 10 different interviews, written tests, and never got hired.
So the apparel, obviously the name comes from your last name.
Correct, 100. Like everything else, Audi, BMW, Chanel, Walmart, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. The list could go on. It just simply is not rocket science. My last name is Achille, and I'm selling apparel, so we just put them two together, and it's Achille Apparel.
Sweet,
not
man.
rocket science at all.
And what you've always had that creativity.
For sure. That creativity so I could look at anything like in like the fashion world or that type of industry or that creativity edge. I could look at it and already envision that it will look good or not. Like I could put colors and things of that nature in my head together without it actually being in front of me. But just to go back to what you were saying, you probably didn't know this either, but Akili Apparel is actually my second fashion brand.
Oh, really?
Right. So I started off when I was at the barbershop with Achille. I did made a few T-shirts, whatnot, made it, sold out, happy with it, didn't care. Then that's when I was telling you that everybody was gravitating to those few couple of pieces, and they were just like, hey, bro, like we want more, we want more. So I'm just like, damn, read the sign, read the room, you know what I'm saying? So then I took it serious. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna make a business. I'm gonna create a bank account. I'm gonna make the LLC, and we're gonna call this Achille Apparel.
Damn, man. And what year was that?
Bro, this was probably had to be about what we in 24. This is probably like 2017, 2016.
It's blown up, man.
Yeah, day at a time, bro. Day at a time. I'm thankful for everybody that ever supported me, that's gonna support me, and how far and whoever had helped me get to as far as I came.
Yeah, man. Of course. Of course, in the beginning, when you're starting your own business, the first thing we look at is always either our friends or our family for that support.
Did you
have anybody close to you that you could lean on to?
For sure. I got a great supporting cast with friends and family, and that's actually a good gem that you just threw out there, because a lot of people would ask me when you first start, like, who would you go to, or who's your demographic, or who would you sell your items to? Your friends and your family. That's the first people you need to reach out to.
And they were very supportive?
They have to. They have no choice. They're going to do it out of pity. You know what I'm saying? But it's good for you because you're selling it, and it motivates you. So even though they buy it out of pity, even though they buy it because they like it, regardless if they buy it because they're like, dang, he's just starting out a clothing line, it's still a sale for you. And it motivates you because you never made a sale.
No, of course. Did you always have this entrepreneurship mentality, or this came later on?
I would say so, because, even working as a barber, you work for yourself. So I established it. But I guess as you get more business minded and involved, I guess it structured me to be a little bit more as a better entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just so for yourself, how you just jumped out of there with a leap of faith. So
of course, man. Just out of the blue like that,
Congratulations too, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So what mentors did you have? A mentor that you look up to? Any books that you read to kind of help you guide?
There's a lot of books, like some of these books over here. Okay, of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I can't think of them top of my head, but plenty of books. A lot of audios, self-audio books. But mentor, I wish I had a mentor today. I wish I had a mentor. All my mentors just probably YouTube, TikTok, Google. Like, those are my resources. My resources are my mentor, but an actual physical mentor, I never had one. I wish I could have one, because it cuts your learning curve in half. So I'm here to say, like, if you could find a mentor and somebody that's in that field that does it well already, stick to it. Stick to them. Like, learn as much as you can with them. But the people I try to model my business after, believe it or not, is FUBU.
Yeah. I know you recommended me his book.
You're right.
I have it downloaded too, bro, about marketing and how he
everything. I was reading the book, or just even they used to have shows, and you just even remember FUBU Platinum, FUBU, it was everywhere. It was just a wave. So he did it very well, and he executed the fashion industry to another level.
He sure did, man.
Right.
So in some aspect, I guess that's the guy that you kind of
right. So if I could find like more models behind them, you know what I'm saying? More information, because now he's like on Shark Tank, and he just does like more of a widespread of business. But I ran into him actually one day too, and I asked him, what was that Topgolf? I'm just like, bro, how do I scale? But he just gave me such a generic answer: just keep hustling. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, duh. Like, I get it. Like, keep hustling, but I need more. Like, how do I get from selling to one store, first out the trunk, to your store, to a store, to multiple stores, multiple chains? How do I get to a point to where I grow so big, I just could be like, I could sell this in 10, 15, 20 years?
Have you tried like, asking for loans, stuff like that?
For sure.
To keep expanding, because you have to keep reinvesting into the business.
For sure.
You have to bet on yourself 100%.
100%.
But stuff like that to help to have that cash flow, because when you have your own business, you need, the cash to keep expanding.
Another thing too, what I'll say about business that a lot of us lack in, doesn't matter what size, race, color, or demographic, is the knowledge and the resource.
100%.
Just like how you just said, like, hey, the capital, we don't even know where or how to, or even where to start to get that type of capital or that resource, because you're gonna run out the money.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna run out the money. I don't care if you're in the food and wine beverage or food, like, you're gonna run out the money, because overhead or whatever you got going on. So even someone be like, hey, I need to go to the bank, get money. How do you start? How do you even approach that situation? So I think the lack of resources definitely deter a lot of upcoming brands and companies and people, entrepreneurs, you could say.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You know, I'm pretty sure you did it in the beginning with your own capital.
Correct. Did it with my own capital when we first started, my own barber money. You know what I'm saying? But if I would do it all again, and once again, that's the mindset, because you'd be like, hey, I want to just do it out the mud. I want to just do it myself. I don't want to owe nobody. I don't want to owe no banks. I just want to do it out my pocket, which is the dumbest way to do it.
But I think also, nah, I don't think it's the dumbest. I think, you know, you start off like that.
For sure, 100%.
You know, you start off like that. That way you know how tough it is. So that it also helps you manage the money when it comes in too, because you have, you know, when you first start and it's all your money,
100%.
you can't go out there and start spending the money right away.
Not at all.
You know, because you need that money to keep reinvesting into your product, keep reinvesting into marketing.
Right. It gives you good money management skills. You know what 100%. I'm saying? But like I said, just if you would do it. So, for example, for your brand, if you would do it all over again, would you do it out your own pocket?
It's tough, man. It's tough. I don't know if, you know, trying to apply for loans, not having no kind of credit, especially if you're opening up a business,
right?
You know, getting a business loan. I never did it, man. So I really don't know. I really don't know what to say. But right. I think the way we did it, it brings more value.
Okay.
Because eventually, yes, you do need that cash flow.
Right.
Because all the money's out there. All the money could be in your merchandise, and
right.
you haven't sold yet. But you still got to pay rent. You still got to make payroll.
My point exactly.
So you do need some kind of either a line of credit,
for sure,
or some kind of business loan, or maybe investors too.
Right.
You know, that are willing to invest into the
Depending
business.
on your niche and your
correct
your brand and your industry.
Correct. So yeah, man. So the apparels, you ended up, like the way I see it, you ended up blowing up, man. How did you end up getting all these artists, all these NFL players, basketball players?
Bro, if I tell you, like, I could give you the generic answer, or I just could give you just the shits and giggle answer. So to be honest with you, bro, there's no rhyme or reason. I got no type of blueprint. They just fucking wore it. They just gravitated to it. They just fucking wore it. That's like, when I was shocked when I first seen it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, how the fuck they got this? You know what I'm saying? Or damn, how Quavo got this hat, or how Von Miller got this hat, or X, Y, and Z got this product. They just gravitated towards that. Whether they stylist bought it online, whether they bought it from my store, or however they got it, they just did it on their own. Don't get it wrong. Now, I also did some footwork too. So, like, you know, my friend Jordan, shout out to Jordan. He worked in the nightlife industry. So when he had a few artists coming to the store, to the clubs or whatnot, I'm like, hey Jay, can we go ahead? I put a goodie bag together. Hey, can you give it to Fabulous? Can you give it to Meek Mill? Can you give it to Drake? And shit, I got dope shit. So when they seen it, they open it, they wearing it in their videos, they wearing it out, they wearing it to the club. So when people grab that, it drew more awareness.
That's smart, man.
Yeah. That's and then smart. Also, then you got the football players. Like, you also got to be smart too. So my store, if you didn't know, my store is right there in Miami Gardens, 5 minutes from Dolphin Stadium. It only makes sense to put goodie bags for certain players and just go. You know what I'm saying? Drop it to the front office. That's a free cheat code. Go to Miami Heat Arena. We live in Miami. Hey, this is for Haslam. This is for Wade, LeBron, whoever's on the Heat at the time. And just be like, hey, I would like to drop this off for them. They're going to see it. They're going to wear it. So go to the Florida Panthers. They're in Sunrise. It's a 20-minute drive. Just bring them a goodie bag. Bring it down there. They're going to wear it. And if they don't wear it, so what? But at least you tried.
Yeah, of course, man.
Right.
And that's pretty much free marketing right there.
Free marketing, free game.
If they wear it, that's
it. But I had a lot of people. I even have celebs and like artists to hit me up in the DM to be like, hey, bro, can I get free merch? Of course. Now let me tell you, this is a win or lose too, because you send them the free merch and you're like, all right, bro, you get the free merch, but in change for a tag or a repost.
And they don't
even do it, bro.
Have you ever had anybody try to steal your idea?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah. The zero friends tag. The hat that said zero friends easily. That was I went back and forth on a battle with somebody. Yeah, through hell with it, telling me, hey, I designed this. You took this from me. And his whole side or town or wherever he was from in New York really believed it. I couldn't believe it. Just like,
Wow.
yeah, stole the idea. I had a girl, um, still one of our shirt designs. It was a Say Less shirt. It had like $100 bill on it, whatnot. But the funny thing is, every time we design a shirt, we have our logo or something encrypted to know that it's our shirts. So literally had zero, like serial number on shirts.
Hmm.
So my birthday is 03/12/89, and that was the serial number on the shirt. So she stole it, not even knowing that 03/89 was on the shirt still.
Look at that, man.
Yeah, so I was just like, yo, that's what I'm saying. That's
And
one
when
of
you
our.
pointed that out, what did she say?
No, that's not even. They're just
Yeah,
gonna
of
go.
course,
Yeah,
acting dumb.
yeah, act dumb, go crazy, go back and forth with you. So, but as I learned, it's gonna happen in the industry. You know what I'm saying? They do it to Louis Vuitton every day. They do it to Gucci every day. The big red boots, they replicated it 100,000 times. So when you got good shit out there, people.
I guess it's a
yeah.
good thing then, man.
It's a good and
it's
bad thing.
It
Correct.
is.
Correct.
It is.
Correct. So good thing I'm very inclined on the creative side. So whatever they do take, I can make something else.
All the different designs and stuff. That's all you, or you have a team that helps you and gives you ideas.
Oh, I got a team. You can't do it by yourself. I definitely got a team, graphic designer. I got my sister. I got my partner Mason. Um, Everybody throws. So we have a self designated day to where we sit down and just brainstorm every day. I'm like, what are the new collection? What you think about this collection? Like we bounce off pitch decks. We call it pitch decks off one another, and we just grow. It'd be little things like, bro, like you could move this over a little, or you just could center this, or what you think this shirt in black, green, whatever. And then, bro, from like an hour, 2 hours, we find out with like 100 ideas, 100 creative like new designs within hours. So there's things that we haven't even came out with because we're just so overwhelmed with designs with just brainstorming with one another. So
Do you have the ultimate say, or sometimes, out of your team, you said your sister, I guess, works with you, so
right.
she may come up with the idea, and you may have a different vision, but her vision might be better. You guys bump heads, or you kind of like, you know what, sis, you got this. You're right. It looks a lot better.
Right,
And you kind of like take the back seat on that.
Right. Depends how much I like the design and how much it resonates with me. So if I really like a design, we probably run with it still. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But most of the time we have a rule. Like depends how many people was in on the design. So if it's 3 people, if 2 people say the design looks good and I don't like it, I get outruled and we push with that design.
And all the production, it's all in house.
No, so like you said, the creative design, we all do that in house. And it's all just like we got graphic designer. It's like getting a tattoo. So let me explain it like this. It's like getting a tattoo. You go into the tattoo shop, you're like, hey, I want to get a cross on my forearm. You know what I'm saying? You just understand the idea that you just want to cross. But once the tattooist starts sketching it out, is nowhere what you thought it was in your head. So that's how I was trying to tell you, we have multiple of ideas. So after you get your tattoo, you're like, damn, this was nowhere what I thought of. So just to go back to what you were saying.
Okay.
But you did say a question. Run that one
Yeah,
back.
it was the production. Once you have the design already, is that
Right.
in house that you do the production in house,
Used to.
or you outsource it?
So production wise, we used to start, bro, because we were on a smaller scale. A lot of manufacturers overseas didn't want to deal with us or just anybody with small quantities, because you would have to place either 100, 500, or 1,000 at a time. I didn't know who would sell 100 shirts to 500. You know what I'm saying? So we used to go to a shop right here in Hialeah. It's called Hialeah Printing Co. Yeah, so we used to make 25, 50 to 100 shirts. You know what I'm saying? At a time. And then from there, after a while, we outgrew those numbers. So then now we're sourcing out of China.
And the quality of the shirt, because I've had you've gave me a couple shirts, and the quality is good, man.
Yeah,
the sleeves
is amazing, bro. We stepped
it
it up.
hugs you. It's not so.
It's like high-end designer. Right.
You're the only one that has that input, or
No,
you
man,
also-
I'll share it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'll share it, man. whoever is, I'm not holding it back. Anybody could go there. You know what I'm saying? Even from this podcast, you want to reach out, you need a supplier, reach out to me. It's nothing to me.
Yeah, because
we're not gatekeeping.
The shirts, no, of course not. But the quality of the shirts are good, and they last, man.
Right. So, man, there's so much.
How many shirts did you go through to finally say, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for?
So the way it is it's funny because as you're in the game, you start understanding more things. So I used to go to these trade shows, and the Chinese used to come over there, and they used to go like this. They used to rub the T-shirts, but I didn't think of none of it. I used to think a nice, thin, soft T-shirt was good. But when you could rub a T-shirt, you could know the quality of the T-shirt it's called GSMs. So me just rubbing this one, or I rub your shirt or your shirt, I could know the quality of your GSM and knowing how heavy or light I want to go off a shirt. So that's why every time I went to a trade show, and I always used to see the Chinese rubbing the garment because they're trying to feel the quality of your brand. And they probably won't even say nothing to you because they'd be like, nah, this is not the quality we're looking for. But the higher, it's just even like your mattress, not your mattress, your bed sheets.
Bed sheets. The higher the count, the
better the threads.
Yeah, the bigger the threads.
Right. So it's just like T-shirts. So the higher your GSMs, that's why they're going like this. The higher your GSM, the more premium of quality of your shirt will be.
So you had to like learn a lot, man.
For sure. I didn't know nothing about GSMs when I first started.
You just probably like, okay, this is a design. This is what I think
this is
design.
Cool. Can you print this on it? Let's go.
That's it, right?
Yeah, let's just match it up. You know what I'm saying? So, but now just it's a little bit more intricate. Like, okay, from the neck tag to, okay, I want this to be ribbed. I don't want it too thick. Okay, but fashion changes every day now. So people are wearing the shirts oversized. We used to wear it fitted probably like a year ago. Now people wearing our shirts oversized, and now they wearing it cropped, which is nothing wrong with it. I love trends. You know what I'm saying? So, but
you got to keep up with that.
You got to keep up with the trend. If you don't, I swear to you, it's not going to work out.
What kind of struggles, man? Because opening up your own, doing your own stuff, man, you definitely go through some hardships that nobody sees behind closed doors, and the restless nights.
Correct.
The empty bank account.
For sure. Man,
the stress.
Right, man. I don't even know where to start. It's just
I'm sorry to cut you off, Rendy.
Go ahead.
How close was it that you were like, yo, man, or did you ever say like, yo, this is too much, let me just go back to the barbershop?
Every day. Like, damn, did I leave too early? Did I leave too late? Like, every day. Every day it's not a bad thing too, because it's self-doubt, you know what I'm saying? But self-doubt scares you so you don't fail, if that makes sense. So every day I think about, damn, what could I did better? So I think I'm just also hard on myself.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing, because if I was never thinking like that, that means everything's going too good. And they say when everything's going too good, it's never too good. So right. So I have self-doubt every day, and I learned to not let it consume me, but it's part of business. You can't run from it. You can't run from it, because you're gonna have your great days and you're gonna have your bottom days, and your bottom days feel like forever, and your great days don't even last that long. So
that's why you have to enjoy it.
You gotta enjoy the moment. You gotta enjoy the good and the bad with the good every day.
In your field, is there like certain times out of the year that you have sales go?
For sure. So right now, currently we're in summertime right now. So there's nobody in school. There's no prom. There's no homecoming. There's, like, we all went to school. There's no reason to get fly. You know what I'm saying? You're home. You're not going nowhere. So summertime is definitely a dead period for us. But then back to school is a period when it ramps back up if the school doesn't have uniform, and then we get back in season, because then you have spring, you have your Christmas, you have your Thanksgiving. So we start hitting all the holidays, and then that's when we pick back up. I didn't say them in order, but just in general.
Touching back on the on the hardships.
Go ahead. And I'm pretty sure yourself, you've been there plenty of time. Bro, it's not even about business. People even working a regular job have hardship. So imagine when you just jump out there yourself.
But I think I know. Trust me, everything falls on you.
Right.
When you're working for yourself, everything falls on you. There's nobody that you could go to.
Right.
But right. but you kind of had that as well, being a barber, because everything falls on you.
Correct. But
You
guess
know?
what? I don't own that building. If this barbershop closes, I could go to the one down the street. You know what I'm saying?
Of
So
course.
I just have to look for clients. Somebody needs a haircut every day. But one thing that's hard about a brand, and a brand that's your name, it's hard. First off, it's hard selling your name. Like, why would I want to wear this guy's name Achille? You know what I'm saying? On a t-shirt. Why? And then secondly, it's hard to convince somebody to wear your clothing, spend their hard-earned money to wear your clothing. So I'm just fortunate enough that I'm able to have a great supporting base and great team when it comes to creating designs to put them together.
No, that's
to wear.
definitely
Right.
That's definitely
Right,
the more I
right.
think about it, it's definitely true because we're not set. It's not like you're selling a service.
Correct.
You know that
So-
also that's something that somebody may need. Yeah, it's
Right.
it's
and,
tough.
And just not that. And I also say anybody could go buy clothes anywhere. But you took the time to spend it with me, so that means so much to me. So I don't take none of that for granted, not one bit.
Putting into that perspective, I didn't see it like that.
Right, for sure.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's not like you're selling a service. You're selling something that's
That you could go anywhere to get it. You go Pembroke Lakes Mall, you go Amateur Mall, and go ahead and buy a t-shirt, a whole set. And then you also got to remember, bro, you're not thinking of Akili Apparel every time you want to go get dressed. You get what I'm saying? So you got to take the good and the bad with it, brother.
So what's the plan? Like what's your plan with the whole apparel company? What do you think?
Bro, just ideally I would love to open multiple stores. More the merrier, obviously, but it takes time. You just can't open them. It comes with timing. So but I would love to open multiple stores, different cities, different states, and then grow it large enough and sell it. And then do it all over again.
You think you'll be able to sell? You don't think you'll be like, damn, this is something that I built and you want to still be
it's your baby. Of course, it's your baby, but I'd rather get to that point and make that decision. That's a good decision to make. So
you definitely have to write down if that's the plan. I think you definitely have to write down, have some kind of goal plan saying, hey, in X amount of years, this is what, and keep that in the back of your mind so you can keep, going towards that goal, working towards that goal.
For sure. But I'm not saying like tomorrow morning, but I'm pretty sure anybody that grows a brand and someone comes to you like, hey, Sam, like, I'll give you $5 million for your brand. You're going to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you built it for. People build brands and companies to sell. You don't build to keep. So my end all be all is to sell it. But before we get there, I definitely need multiple stores in multiple states, cities.
And what are you doing right now to try to put yourself in that position?
Bro, you just gotta rinse and repeat. It just do what got me here already. Rinse and repeat. Just keep coming out with dope shit, dope collections, and just keep dropping every month, every week. Just keep rinse and repeat. That's it. And then your clientele and everything that you wish and want is gonna gravitate towards you.
Man, the more I think about it, Randy, it's a tough. You're like in a tough niche, man.
It is a very competitive industry.
Yeah,
it
man.
is.
The more I think about it, I'm here like thinking like, damn, man. It's
bro,
like,
I go to the fashion shows and I just be taken back and overwhelmed. Like, bro, like there's so many other brands out there.
There's a lot of competition.
A lot of competition, but it's also, it's also good too. Like I am my brand every day. So when you see me out, I am Achille. So Achille is always associated with me. Whenever you see me, I'm always in my brand, no matter what. I go on dinner, movies, I'm home cleaning, I'm in my brand. So that's one good thing about it. How would it be that you're shopping at my store, you're buying my clothing, but I'm not even in the clothes you're buying?
No, 100%. You have to wear your own stuff.
You got to be your brand every day, every fucking day.
It's tough, man. You have to constantly be creative. And
right.
When you get into these brain fogs,
right.
Do you kind of lean towards your team and be like, hey, man, I'm out of it today?
All the time. That was actually today.
Oh, really?
That was actually today. We came into the store. It's like, bro, I know we supposed to come up with ideas today, but I ain't got shit for y'all. like, bro, like I don't know. I don't have it. And they're just like, okay, cool. So let's just look at some old designs that we never executed on, and let's just work from there. So that's why it's always good to have like a good team, because they'll pick you up for your worst days. So like I said, that happened today. We looked at some old designs, and then guess what? We started rolling again. Yeah.
Really?
So right. So I have it all the time, bro. It's just I'm human too. I'm human too. Even though I work for myself, by going to work sometimes don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? And then one thing I didn't know about starting a brand or your own store, customer service, bro. You got to deal with a lot of different personalities, a lot of different genders, a lot of different people, bro. You got to, and it's draining. You know what I'm saying? So, because some people don't think black and white and red goes. Some people like, I need to match like a mannequin. Some people like, I don't. What you're telling me? I can't see it. So it's hard to make everybody happy in the fashion world because everybody think they could dress.
But you're meaning in the sense like if somebody walks into your store and says, "Hey, I want this and I want this,"
right?
And they ask you for your opinion,
right? And then no, just even with that, just like they even ask you for your opinion, and you try to help them with customer service, but they still don't see your vision, so you can't take it personal either.
Oh, no, you can't.
Right, you can't.
You have to kind of let the customer's always right.
Exactly.
The customer's always right. They want to wear that and that. They want to buy that and that. Hey, man, that's on you.
Right. But then they'll ask you your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And then you just you want to be honest with them,
right.
But you know at the same time they don't want to listen to you.
And they don't want to listen. So you got to imagine 10, 15, 20 people coming in the store doing that. It's draining after a while. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you still got to keep a smile on your face because you get to a point to where you're like, just wear what the fuck you want to wear. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said customer service is draining because you want to give top tier customer service every time someone walks in there.
I think you know, you're explaining this stuff, and the more I see it is, I think you should be more focused on just the visionary stuff and and delegate, you know, somebody for sales.
For sure.
You know, start delegating some of the stuff for you so you could just be always on the creativity mode and promoting.
For sure, 100%. But let me tell you the pros and cons to that. So when you own the store and friends and family knows you're there and they know that you usually the ones to always help them with putting these pieces together, guess who they're gonna call when they get to the store?
They want to see you.
They want to see me. Not saying that the other employees can't do that. It's just that they just feel comfortable with, just like when I came to BMW. I didn't want to deal with anybody else. Where's Sam? He's not here. I'll be back.
No, so, I know. It's tough. It's tough for me too because I have to. I've been starting to delegate more and more.
Right.
And still, I have properties. I have property managers that still call me.
Right.
But it gets to a point that, you know, there's a team. You have to build some kind of team.
You need a team.
Because you have to know what your strong point is. Sure. You know, what you're strong at, what you're good at. If it's the creativity and the marketing,
right,
then that's what you have to focus on.
100%. I agree.
You have to focus on that.
And that's why.
But I know it's tough, man, because you at the same time, you know, it costs money to have the people there.
Right. But I'm fortunate for the team that I do have. We make it work for what we have going on. So I'm fortunate for the team I have.
No, of course, man, of course. But at the same time, they could also help you if they're strong at.
Oh yeah, everybody got their strong points for sure. Everybody got their strong point. But that's why I also said I wish when I got into this industry, I had a mentor to show me a shell of how things will work out versus to just winging it. Don't get me wrong, winging it is fine because you'll learn too. That's the best learning experience. But if there was, like, to this day, if I could find a mentor,
there has to be somebody out there.
No, for sure, 100%.
I'm pretty sure there's some kind of conference or
100%,
or some kind of trade show that you could go to that somebody, you know, that you may know,
right,
that you may follow, could you know,
right. So
give
one
you
thing
input.
I would say for somebody that's just now trying to get into the fashion industry, know your demographic and find a mentor. Because if you don't know your demographic or you don't know what direction you're going towards, you're just going to be running in circles, brother.
You know what I think would be a good thing for you is to be that mentor to other people.
For sure.
If it was tough for you, especially around down here in Miami, if it was tough for you to find somebody,
right,
you know, maybe you could be that face and help other people.
That you said a lot there, because that's funny that I'm looking for a mentor, but at the same time I could be the mentor to the others, right?
100%.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people that look at you and might be inspired by you,
Cool.
by your story,
Right.
by what you're doing, and you may not see it,
Right.
but
They would love to know.
of
how
course,
I
if
started.
if you put that out there, more than likely they'll be able to reach out to you and be like, hey,
Right.
let
Can
me
you help
pick,
me with this? Can for sure.
and that's the best
And
satisfaction.
you're right. And then just being here, if anybody is looking for that, reach out, because I would love to help. It's
That's
free game.
cool, man.
Yeah, it's free game.
Yeah, because
Free
it's
game.
tough, man. When you're coming up, I was looking for a mentor for a while, man.
Right.
Until I was able to find mine.
Right.
And he
right,
wasn't in my niche, but he just owned his own business.
Right.
And that's what I needed. Some kind of structure to kind of help me give me the steps on what to do, what not to do.
Right.
Even though we're in a totally different industry,
Right.
but
just,
business is all the same. It's all systems,
Right.
procedures.
see,
It's all the same thing. Doesn't matter what it is.
Right. Right. But then also, I also was thinking about, like, I get a lot of questions. Would I go back to school for marketing or like fashion? And I think the game changed. I would never say never go to school, but I think the game changed to where everything that we learned like back in the day for like going to school for like certain niche is not the same no more, because it's right there on your phone. You go to TikTok, you go to Instagram,
You can learn everything on YouTube videos.
you could take a course. You know what I'm saying? So I think another thing I would say is if you're getting into the fashion industry, learn as much as you can. Like everywhere and anywhere as fast as you can. And the resources are free. That's one thing I did mess up on myself. I didn't learn the fashion industry inside and out, because I think I could have excelled a little quicker and a little faster.
But what would they teach you?
A lot of things, just little things that you probably don't know about. Just like, okay, just for this, for example, when you first start your brand, or like in Florida, you're gonna have to open a bank account. Everybody don't think you have to open a bank account. How you open a bank account? You got to get an LLC. How you get an LLC? You go register with sunbiz.org. You know what I'm saying? But then you
things
go
like that. Okay,
right.
I see what you
Then
mean.
you go sunbiz.org, and then you fill out to open a LLC. You don't even understand the verbiage. So
nobody ever told you, or you didn't have somebody, hey, look, go open it up with an accountant?
no, nothing,
Oh, I
like
see.
nothing. Just all I knew was just let's put a graphic on a T-shirt.
And let's sell
And
out the
let's
trunk.
That's it. Graphic on a T-shirt and just keep doing it. That's all I knew.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Right,
Don't.
right.
You
right.
don't know where to start.
You never know where to start.
You don't
just
know where
go.
to start, and
Right.
and we all tend to mess up sometimes.
And which is okay. It builds character. It builds character and builds a strong brand, and it helps the learning curve for you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. You and me both. So don't get discouraged when things don't work out. So that's what I'll also put out there.
You just gotta keep it moving.
Yeah, you have to, brother.
You gotta keep it moving. And you started off with shirts and hats.
No, funny. Yeah, but my first actual piece was a Savage hat. It came out horribly wrong. Horribly. We were so amped. Everything that we decided for, like, yo, we got the Savage hats coming in. We're like, bro, we got our 2 colorways. Bro, we're going to be rolling. The hats came in. They were nothing that we drew up.
Where did the hats come from? Did you...
Came from, like I said, we didn't know. We just ordering, hey, how much hats are? Cool. Sent the money off. Okay, when we get the hats back, cool. But what I didn't know is what's very important. Your graphic, in the fashion industry, your graphic designer is very important, because it's called a template. So if you send out your art files, a shitty art file, that's when it's time to print. That's like when it's gonna be a shitty file. So when we didn't know. We just had a graphic designer, Fiverr. Let's get a graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? We just want to make some hats. They sent out the files. We came back with the hats. Hats were horrible. They didn't fit. They sat right here. They didn't come down the brim. They weren't the proper color. Bro, it was horribly. But
you still have any of those hats, or you tossed them
left.
off?
I have one left from memory.
Of course,
it was horrible, but we still made money off it. We made it work. We made some colors. We stitched it. You know what I'm saying? We improvised on it, and that we sold a few.
That's cool, man.
We sold
That's
a
cool.
few, yeah, man.
Besides that, so then what? You started getting into more like shorts.
Right.
pants,
So
jackets.
right. So
You kept on like adding more.
right. So as
What gave you that inspiration?
it's not even inspiration. It's just your consumer base is gonna tell you.
So they start asking you for
They're
stuff.
gonna start asking you. They're gonna let you know which direction to go, and they're also let you know what you got going on if it's nice or not. So if I have a shirt that I'm contemplating about dropping, and I wear it around the store, if I don't get no compliments from it or I wear it out, this ain't it. But if I wear a shirt and people are like, yo, that's dope. Like, when's that's coming out? Or they just if they gravitate towards it, you're like, yo, this is a good drop. You know what I'm saying? But your consumer base, they're gonna give you their honest opinion without even asking. So after they got tired of shirts and hats, they're like, hey, bro, we need shorts, we need socks, we need hoodies, we need more hats, we need more designs, more colors. So what I'm running into today is a lot of people asking me for kids' clothes. When we're gonna make kids' clothes, swimwear, but coming soon.
You see?
It's coming soon. So that's why I was telling you, like.
So I guess you have to keep adding.
Right.
To keep having more revenue.
For sure.
You can't just be stuck on one thing.
No. Look at Blockbuster and Netflix. You know what I'm saying? If Blockbuster was able to
they were close though.
Yeah,
they were close, man. They switched. I think it was like the CEO, and he just tossed it out. They were so close to. They would have been no Netflix.
Right. They wouldn't have been correct. But if they were able to transition from, or even Radio Shack and Best Buy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you're able to make that transition, you'll be fine. But if you don't, you'll be gone with the times.
Yeah, man. You got to keep.
And that's
innovating.
the crazy thing about you definitely got to be innovative. But that's the crazy thing about fashion. Fashion changed so fast, so quick.
It's a tough industry, man.
Right.
The more I think about it, man,
right.
I don't know how you do it, man.
So, and then think about it. So I could order a whole boatload, a big collection of boot cuts, because that's what's in right now, oversized T-shirts. And then 2 months later, that's out of style. What I'm gonna do with the collection? I'm not like a big box store where I just could put them on sale or send it to TJ Maxx or Ross.
That's where they make all the money. I heard.
What's that?
By like from what I heard was, I don't know if it was with oh man, what's this guy with Rockefeller? What's Damon Dash?
Okay.
He was talking about I think it was in an interview. He was saying something about it was, Rockefeller was in all these big brands, Macy's, all that stuff, at a high price, but they made most of their money in TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshall.
Well, I think what he was saying, that's more on the lower end, the TJ Maxx, the Ross, the Marshall, that's when you can't sell it no more. Like, nobody wants it, or you can't even, it's past your collection. But he was more so saying you make your money wholesaling.
Correct.
Hoodies,
correct.
Wholesaling, correct.
That's what he was saying.
Right. So, which I actually need to get back into also, into wholesaling. So, because when you wholesale, you're expanding. Like, I could sell to Cali, Texas, New York, because I got wholesale accounts.
And how would you tap into that, man?
So you got your trade shows. They got big trade shows in Atlanta. They got trade shows in Texas, and they got trade shows in Cali.
Have you attended any of them?
Some of them, but I haven't. So since I had the store itself, I haven't attended any of them because I've been so consumed with the store. So I haven't had time to travel. And you actually got to meet these people to collect their emails. And then once you collect their emails, you could send them your booklet via email. Like, hey, this is all the.
That's where the money's at, man.
That's where the money's at, bro. Wholesaling.
What happens if you were to
direct to? Don't get me wrong. Direct to consumer is very good, but wholesaling is a whole different market.
Yeah, because you're gonna be everywhere.
Right.
Correct. Would you be open to selling your designs, like, just creating the design and just selling it?
You know what? I never thought about that.
To other big.
That's a good question. I never thought about that, but
like not the brand, but but your creativity.
Sub designs, yeah. I'll be open to it. I never thought about that. That's a good question, but
I just don't know how.
Right. So just pretty much like how I'm wearing all this, it would be everything here without my logo or my name. I'll just give you the stiletto of it. So, yeah. But that's a good question. Yeah, I would be open to selling designs, but also that too. A lot of people ask us, "Hey, would you do custom designs too?" No.
What do you mean by custom designs? Like,
hey, I like the shirt you're wearing. Does it come in red? No, I only make it in black and white. Well, can you make it in red for me? No, I cannot anymore. Because I'm not to shoot that person off. It just takes away from my brand. So if you want it in red, everything I created, you're not interested in. You're always gonna be interested in what you create in your head.
Yeah, of course.
You know
It's
what I'm saying?
whatever.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And then also, I want them to treat me like the Gucci's, the Louis, or wherever. Because
Exclusivity.
you're not going to Nike. If Jordan made this in red and white, you're buying red and white.
Of course.
You're not asking, hey, when can y'all make these Jordans in black and white? No, you're buying what's offered. So treat me like one of them brands.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, man. They tend because they know you.
Right.
They're talking to you directly.
Right.
They're trying to see if they could get their own
little custom items. But nothing wrong with it. It don't hurt to act.
Of course.
But we're not doing it anymore. I noticed when we offered it for sure. That's how I know it doesn't work for us anymore, because when we did offer it,
yeah, because then you have to buy a bulk amount of
sure,
that color.
It's just not one. I can't just buy one. They don't see that. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to buy what we offer. You got to buy what's in the store, just like that.
I'm trying to think to see what other, because man, if you could sell the design, even though.
So it's pretty much, let me put it in this aspect for you. So every singer, every rapper don't make their music. So you know how sometimes they buy songs or they have ghostwriters. So it'll be the same thing, but it just, as I mentioned to you, I don't know. I never thought about selling my designs, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm so consumed in pushing my designs. But I am open to selling my designs because I got a shitload of designs that I never even used for myself.
Man, one of these big companies may, if they're really
interested,
right? They might even hire you.
Right, for sure. But
would that be something that you would?
Yeah. I'll definitely I would. I wouldn't even. I don't even know how to think about it, bro. Because I never one time thought about selling. I only thought about selling the company, but never designs. Never.
Well, you could definitely end up selling the company.
Right. And have a little stake in it still. But
that's the thing, man. That's what I'm trying to. You're gonna have to have stake, because if you're the one that's coming with the creativity,
right?
Then
I mean, I guess
how would that work?
I guess when we get there, we'll cross that bridge, because I can't even fathom that far into it. Just like, okay, like I'm pretty sure if we ever get that far, so I'm like, hey, like we love your brand, but we just love your creativity too. I would be like, I still need a percentage of sales and salary for starts. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a bad problem to have. Not a bad problem to have. But thank you for letting me even think in that realm, because I never thought about that before. Man.
I'm just trying to see how you could, make more.
Right. So
and be everywhere.
Right. I tussle with myself every day of how to grow. It's how to grow. And
well, personal or the
both,
brand?
Both, personal and the brand, because the brand is only gonna grow if I grow. So I tussle with myself every day of how to grow, and I think that's just one of the biggest problems I have for myself and internally. You know what I'm saying? It just.
But grow in what sense?
Everything better. You just want so much as a person for your brand and yourself, and just it takes time. Everybody want instant gratification, but it takes time. So I just know how far I want to get, but it takes time. So it frustrates me sometimes. What
do you do right now to keep you on that track?
Same place you see me at, the gym.
The gym.
The gym, or just hanging out with like friends and families, like, because
you definitely have to be around people that think the same.
For sure. I learned that the hard way, because if you don't have a good, I won't even want to say supporting cast, but a good foundation of people that think the same or influence you the same way, you will get sidetracked so easily.
I don't know.
Because I can't, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
You can't be thinking fashion every day and you're around people that love to cook or love to make music, because you guys don't understand the same industry. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Not just obviously, yeah, you have to be around the same people in the same industry.
Right.
But in the same mindset.
100. Mm-hmm.
In the same mindset.
100%.
Yeah, it's yeah, man, it's tough, bro.
Right.
But I think I think going back to the whole personal development, you ended up going to one of those 10X
yeah.
What was that whole deal about? What was it, because you trying to learn, or you were trying to, you were trying to learn marketing? What?
No, I just wanted to see what I didn't know, and that's what hurts us. We don't know what we don't know. So, I forgot his name, but he stood out to me to this day. I think his name was just like Jesse something. He owns the Atlanta Falcons. No, the Atlanta Hawks, the NBA team. Bro, it motivates you to see everybody else's growth and their struggles. You know what I'm saying? So, his story and where he's going, how he came, it just motivates me. So I go.
He was one of the speakers.
One of the great speaker, bro, phenomenal speaker, dog. When they show you their actual life, and they're not just doing it, they're billionaires, millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So he's just sharing his story, and just like, yo, I was in that same predicament as you, and I'm in this. I'm sitting. He's explaining to you like, you're in that seat, and I was you before. So everything you're dealing, you're feeling, you're seeing, I've been there before. Just like keep pushing. So you need to hear that from somebody that already made it to keep motivating you to get to that point. So that's the reason I went to those conferences.
And how did you? Oh, you've been to multiple?
Yeah, I went to a lot. Whenever I don't fly out to them, but whenever they have them here in the city, I usually show up.
And how do you leave out of there?
Oh, ready.
I've never been to one.
Really?
I've never been to one. I have the first one I'm going to now.
After they try to sell you something.
Well, I know they're trying to. No,
right.
They're definitely trying to sell you something.
Right. No, but
But how do you feel in the
motivated, bro? Motivated. I be tapped in, ready to go. I just the gear just switched.
So
you be like, hell with everything you felt. Hell with.
So you feel. So what is it? So you leave out of there, like at a very high frequency. You feel like
you be like, yo, like
you're
I'm not
ecstatic. Like you could take down the world.
Man, ecstatic's not even the word. You just.
So what do you think is it that they do? Because you have to be like that.
Right.
We try to be like that every single day. We want to feel that feeling
every day.
Every single day.
But you said it earlier, your mindset. You got to be in that same mindset. We could go on and on about it, and people just be like, yeah, your mindset, but that's where it starts, your mindset, bro. Like, you got to be that dog. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that great mindset to where failing is not an option. Because at the end of their conferences, that's how they were talking to you, like, hey, like, don't give up, keep pushing. Like, it gets better, and it gets better. Just, you're gonna have your bad days, you're gonna have your good days, but it gets better. So when I left out the conference, me personally, bro, I just felt, like you said, I just could conquer the world. Like, my brand was the best. When I walk out of that, my brand was the best brand ever. You know what I'm saying? And they give you pointers and things that you never see. They make you aware of things that you already knew that you just have to apply.
Yeah, I know.
So I left out of there just very aware of things that I wasn't doing, that I had to revisit. Like, hey, bro, you want to open a wholesale account? Resend that email. You want this person wear your clothing? Send out that DM.
So they basically kind of remind you of all the stuff that you're slacking.
100%. But
you leave out of there saying like, damn, I got to get back on track.
For sure. Because, they also show you their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They're like, bro, how you think I got 10 houses, 2 mega yachts, and 2 jets, and whatever, whoop-de-whoop. And you're like, damn, bro, I really want to live that type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? How you think I own the Atlanta Hawks and all this other stuff? You're like, damn, bro. Like, well, follow the blueprint. I'm not just up here talking shit. Listen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure. And the one thing I did learn about the conference, everybody that sat up there and spoke that's very successful, they have all the same traits when they spoke. So whether it's going to the gym, waking up at 4 or 5, 6
So they have a routine.
A big routine, and they stick with it. Every one of their stories.
Being consistent on the routine.
Being consistent of your routine. So you make your routine, just stick to it. All their routines were the same. And they don't have too much. Discipline was another one, and then they don't have too many bad habits. Smoking, drinking, partying, gambling. It don't exist.
Yeah, because when you go down that road, isn't it distract you?
It does.
You know, if you go out, you start drinking, you wake up the next day hungover.
For sure. And we all been there. It's fun, but it doesn't get you far.
It's not, man.
It doesn't get you far. So one thing I would say, they have a routine and they're very disciplined. Like the distractions, they speak highly on distractions. Like the distractions will definitely do you in, meaning like it will sidetrack you. It will railroad you if.
Yeah, it'll push you back.
For sure.
It'll push you back.
For sure.
Yeah, I've never been to one of those conferences.
I think you should go. I think you
I'm
would.
going to one now. I'm going
Yeah.
to the Vault from Patrick Bet-David.
Nice. Let me know how you
So,
come back. Let me know how you come
I'm
back.
gonna see how it goes. I was gonna ask you. Have you never? There's no like a mastermind or something like that, because I know you're asking for, you wish you had like some kind of mentor, but there has to be something out there that you could join. It costs money, man. Nothing's free.
They did also say, like, hey, bro, like, you're paying for drinks. You're paying for night out at the club or vacations.
So you got to pay for your personal development.
Right.
Everything, man.
Right.
Your self-improvement,
Right.
you have to.
They say pay for these courses. They say go for it. It might be a shitty course. It might be a good course.
Why is it that we always tend to sometimes think that, nah, that's a waste of money. Let me just keep doing
Because
this.
it's coming from somebody that not as qualified. That's all it is. It's just we don't think, not you saying you per se, but it's just, hey, why should I buy this guy's course online? He's not even that qualified. He might know what he's talking about, but he's not qualified enough for you.
Or they tell you, oh no, you're buying that, but yeah, it's a scam, or you're only making him rich. He's not gonna help you out.
I think it's just a mentality also. Like, why you worry about what he want to do with the money? Do you want the information or not? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the information is starting to be free now. So,
because I think the information's free because they want your data.
It's a different game now. That's what I was trying to tell you. So it's more of a digital game now. So the information free, like you said, because I want your data, I want your email, I want your phone numbers, so you could
they lure
subscribe.
you in with something free
For sure.
to then keep
100%. Right. So that's why
trying to sell you on other things.
Exactly. So the game definitely did change now. So, but back to what you're saying, the courses are cool, but there's nothing like a teacher like in front of you, just like your day to day.
No, yeah, there's like I have a mastermind that I do once a month.
Right.
It's with Patrick Bet-David, and
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's a mastermind in your field. I'm gonna ask on the next one up.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask my guy to see if they'll be able to help you out, and it's not that expensive, man.
No, I'm definitely.
It's not that expensive.
I would definitely invest into it, but like,
so because you can ask questions,
Right.
all the stuff that business wise,
Right.
fashion stuff, I don't know, but the business aspect
Right.
of it,
But I still
they'll
need
be
help.
able they'll be able to help you scale the business.
Right.
Because in order for you to sell the business, it has to be scalable.
For sure.
So they can help
You
you.
gotta get pretty with your numbers. They also teach you that too.
They're gonna teach you. They're gonna help guide you
Right.
to put processes, things in place to make you scalable.
For sure. And then I also need to get pretty in that aspect too, just because all I know on my end, create sales, get it over with. But I also need to get prettier on the business and on the other side of the business, to where, like you said, like knowing your numbers, knowing how to scale, and being that next premier brand, just not off clothing, but just also with figures.
Akili Apparel. What separates Akili Apparel to other brands and other local brands around here in Miami?
I wouldn't just say Miami, but I'll just say other brands, and it's just common sense, price points.
Price points.
Because we're in hard times. You know what I'm saying? So I would say price point, because if you get somebody that loves your brand or just want to support your brand, I got a price point for everybody. If you just want to buy a T-shirt, I got a T-shirt for $20. I got a T-shirt for $30. But if you want to buy a nice high quality T-shirt, I got a T-shirt for $40, $50, $60. So I think that I got a price point to accommodate everybody. So that's why.
Go ahead. Okay, I'm thinking about.
So put in this perspective. So everybody would like a Lamborghini, but they only got one price point. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's go with BMW. You got your 3 Series. It's not a nice vehicle, but it's a lower end vehicle. Then you got your mid tier. You got your 5 Series, and then you got your high ends, your 7s, your 8 Series. So I think I fall into that, where I got different price points to where everybody could come, buy, support, and be happy with their purchase.
How many times have you given somebody walks into the store and say, hey, look, I'm looking for this. But then you say, hey, why don't you try this on? When they try one of the better quality shirts.
All the time.
They're like, oh,
Every
man.
time. So
I love the way it fits the sleeves.
For sure.
The neck,
it comes with the money, though. It comes with the money. So
But once they try it on, They're
Right.
probably like, you know what? Let me grab 2 of these, and they're probably planning on buying 4.
Right.
And then, you know what? Let me grab 2 of these, and let me grab 1 of these
For
instead
sure.
too.
It happens all the time. It happens all the time. So, but I think that's very important that if you even starting a brand or a company, that you should have price points that accommodate everybody, because everybody don't have the certain type of money that everybody has. You know what I'm saying? So somebody might just want a pair of socks. I still got price points for that. Somebody might just want a pair of shorts. I got a price point. You could buy the $60 shorts, or you could buy the $20 shorts. So I think if you have a price
So
point,
you give them options.
you got to give them.
You
option.
have to.
You have to give them option. So I think that's what separates me from most brands, because I think most people come out like, okay, I want to be this high end brand. Everybody want to be high end. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be this premier brand, but everybody don't want to spend 60 every time, 60, 40, $50 on a t-shirt or shorts. So giving them different price points definitely helps.
Yeah, man. I guess when people come,
And that's free game right there. That's free game. That's free game. I ain't gonna repeat it too many times.
when yeah, because I guess like the higher, the shirt is that's where most of the money is in the quality of the shirt.
For sure.
So when people come into the store and they see, damn, at $60, they start thinking.
Right. Like, damn, do I really want to spend $60 on this tee? You know what it is too, because
but the shirt's gonna last them longer too, though.
It is.
Then your regular Gildan.
Right. But then also you're like, is this $60 shirt? Is it worth it? Like, you could see them too when they try it on. They turn, like, I want to spend $60 here. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to make them feel valued. So when they spend that $60, that's why when they do try on the shirt, I'm like, yo, I didn't expect it for it to be fit like this and feel like this. It's all a feel. It's all an emotion. So if you want to talk about it on a psychological standpoint, when you put on a nice like t-shirt, you feel good. You look good. Like, you just feel better.
It's like getting a haircut too, man.
It's like getting a haircut.
It's like getting a haircut. Once you leave the barbershop,
You be like, yo, take this money. Yeah, thank you.
You feel good.
Your image look
You
good.
walk good. You walk taller. You know,
confidence.
Your confidence level is. I guess
switching.
same thing as when you dress up.
Right, for 100%.
Have you? I've seen a picture of you with a suit. Was that somebody that did a custom suit for you?
So,
man, because I think you gotta. Is something like that coming?
No, that's not my niche. Like,
No?
a suit is a very, very, not too many people wear suits today. You know what I'm saying? So that I would leave that area alone.
So more like casual, luxury, casual
Street.
kind of.
I think I'll give myself the category of modern luxury streetwear. I'm definitely in the streetwear industry.
Because when I saw you with that suit, the whole inside.
Right. So
man, that was dope, man.
The suit, yeah, it was draft day that day.
That was dope.
It was
man.
like draft day, but the suit was tailored by Jeff Chakuma, one of my close friends. He does suits, and then he's like, bro, we got to personalize it and put your logo inside.
That was dope, man.
Right. A lot of people, but that's why I'm trying to tell you how you got to carry yourself as your brand, because when they see my logo inside, they're like, bro, you make suits now. And I'm just like, no, bro, just a logo inside. So,
no,
but yeah, no, we're not trying to get anybody excited. We're not doing suits, so I could tell you that now. Maybe in the future, but as of right now, we're not.
How about shoes? Have you thought about getting into the shoe game?
It's funny because I'd rather make slides before shoes.
Okay.
Right. I'd rather make, because sneaker market is is David and Goliath, because you got Nike, the Adidas, the New Balance, the Asics. Like, I'm not saying you can't come.
Would you go with sneakers or would you go with something casual?
Sneakers.
Sneakers?
Definitely sneakers, because I'm streetwear.
Okay.
I'm streetwear, but I'll go with more. I will start off with like foam runners or like the Yeezy slides. I'll follow that module type. I'm not talking about the chunkletas.
Yeah, I know.
You're like leaving the nail salon. Yeah, I'm not talking about those, but I'm talking about something like more trendy, that style, because you don't have to worry too much about a logo on a slide. You know what I'm saying? Like on your slides. But sneakers, people are very, very, very particular about sneakers. Sneakers are like,
yeah, I know.
yeah, like you got real sneakerheads where it's not proper leather or rubber or insole. Yeah, so I'll leave the sneaker game alone. Suits and sneakers, not yet.
It'll be dope. It'll be dope if you're able to if when
Right.
you blow up big like that,
Right.
Be able to collaborate
Bro,
with.
we'll come back to this interview where when we do get to that point and be like, bro, bring that back, run that time lapse back to 10:25. You remember when you said we were gonna make sneakers? Look at this one here today. You know what I'm saying?
Or be able to collaborate with somebody.
Yeah,
your
yeah,
idea.
For sure,
It
bro.
could be their sneaker, but
Bro,
your
listen,
design on the
know
sneaker.
I don't know if y'all know about Kif. It's a brand from New York. They got one. You're familiar with Kif, so
That's you are?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he's big into. I'm not. Fashion
Okay.
game is not. But he was actually he barber too.
really. So you understand where you, so you should have been chimed in when I said
Yeah, we gotta get him a mic, man. We gotta get him a mic back there. So he
where
could,
the mirror,
you know?
the camera veers off to him. So you understood where I said when I was like, barbering takes up all your time. You're making the money, but your freedom is just so it's so consumed with your clients because you could have 10, 15 clients a day, and then you done miss the beach, you miss whatever you want to do during the day, your kids, your family, you're at the shop all day. But back to what we're saying, Kif itself is a big brand. A lot of people don't know about it, but would you say they're a
how
big
you
brand?
spell it?
KITH.
KITH.
Right. So funny story. Interesting story. So that's where the same place Kif manufactured their clothing. That's where I manufacture mine out of now. So that's why my quality is so up there now. Right. So
How did you find that out?
Internet.
Really?
The internet, bro. They were just giving free game. You just have to piece it. You have to do your due diligence and piece it together. So I was just one day on TikTok, and one of my sisters just like, hey, bro, this guy just came out with he was just doing like a content, and he was just like, hey, if you ever want to upgrade your supplier list, this is how you do it. And just the website was called like Import Yeti. So if you ever import, I don't care if you imported electronics. If it came on a vessel and you had I forgot what they call it, a number, you're in that data log. So all these manufacturers, like from China, you're imported. A lot of it is not flown in, it's imported. So you go on importyeti.com and you just be like, okay, Sony cameras. They will show you where Sony cameras are getting manufactured from. You're into...
You go directly to the source.
Right, you're into beauty. You put in Fenty makeup, and it'll show you where they did it in China. So mine was like, damn, I like Kif. Kif is a good brand. KITH. China. And I just wrote all of them down.
It's crazy that nothing is made here, man.
Hold on, listen. So I copy and paste all their emails, wrote all of them. Copy and paste all the emails. Hey, I would love to get started. And they wrote back. And I was just like, hey, I would love to sample. They're like, we'd love to have your business. We sampled that's a long process. Sampling is a gruesome process, but it's fun.
But why do you say that?
Because
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
No. I'm explaining it. The sampling process is gruesome because I don't know you, you don't know me. And for some reason in China, they're built a little different. So respectfully, when you tell them I want a large shirt, it doesn't come large. It just comes like the sizes are a little bit different. And then when you tell them, they for every manufacturer I started with in China, they give you the lowest quality before they give you the best. So why didn't you just give me the premium shit from start? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm looking for. So when you sampling, they'll just keep giving you garbage till you be like, no, I need this a little better. I need this a little better. I need this a little better. Then they're like, oh, okay, finally, I know what you want. So they string you along before you get to what you actually...
Why do you think they do that? They're trying to sell you on what they have more of?
I never understood it. I actually want to fly out to China, actually meet the manufacturer. Like, yo, why? How come y'all just didn't show me the...
You should.
Right. But I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. But that's for all the manufacturers I've been through and at sampling, they give you the bottom of the barrel.
You'll probably get better pricing.
For them, maybe.
No, I'm saying if you fly out there...
Oh, for
you'll
sure.
probably get better pricing.
100%, because you
build that relationship.
100%, and I'm gonna go. I just gotta figure out the itinerary behind it. I gotta figure out the logistics behind it before I go.
I think there's probably trade shows out there.
No, they come here. So they come to the convention center.
Really?
Yeah, they come to the convention center down in Wynwood like once a year, and where you can meet all these brands and all these manufacturers, and a lot of good ones come, and they'll show you like, hey, we built for Kif and Gucci and But some of them have like a they can't say where they have, so they'll just show you like, hey, we used to do this for Gucci or whatnot, and a lot of stuff are actually good from Turkey, a lot of stuff from Italy, a lot of stuff from China, but a lot of stuff people don't also know is too, bro. Shipping and handling is a motherfucker, bro. Like
100%.
yeah, you think there's not just postage where you're just shipping out a love letter. You know what I'm saying? Like
What was happening when they put those blockades that they weren't allowing, certain things to enter from China?
oh my gosh, bro, I forgot what that was, but that hurt me. It hurt me because I legit had it couldn't even get to the port. I forgot what it was, but it was something big.
You would probably have to have sent it from China to somewhere in South America or something like that, maybe.
Right, but if you did it, that was just with it was on when it was coming in via boat. You know what I'm saying? But if it was air freight,
That's the way how most of it. That's how most of it is. It's
right,
all air freight.
right. No,
Oh.
if now it is air because it comes in 2-3 days. If you do it like vessel, it'll take about 15 or 20 days,
Is it
and it's
cheaper?
cheaper. But you wait since 15, 20 days, and then you got to go through custom and all type of stuff because they actually inspect the box.
I think when you get massive, big,
Right,
you start buying in bulk, and it'll probably be worth waiting the 15. No.
bro. You can't escape that shipping and that duty and you can't escape it, bro. It's just a fee. They got to get theirs.
Have you ever thought about going to South America? Because there's a lot of clothes that comes down from South America.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's a lot closer than China.
for sure. When I find a manufacturer, or if I find a brand that I want to mimic, but right now I'm kind of happy with the manufacturer that I found with Kif. And back to what you're saying with the collabing, Kif does a lot of collabing with a whole bunch of people. Like they did it with the Knicks, they did it with anybody you could speak of, and their brand blows up. So I don't have a problem collaborating with any brand or anybody.
Yeah, they'll put your design on their stuff.
Right, for sure.
You know,
I would love that. Actually, would love that. We're gonna speak that one into existence.
100%.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, I was gonna ask you.
What's up, bro?
I was gonna ask you. When you wanted to bring the design, when you wanted to do this whole apparel fashion thing,
Right.
and you brought this up to your sisters. I guess you're close to your
My
sisters.
peers.
Well, to your sisters.
Okay.
We always seek first,
Right.
our siblings.
Right.
What did they think about it?
So I got two stories behind that, and it's not really my sister. So I was in a barbershop. That's when I first started bouncing ideas off everybody. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna take this thing a little serious. I'm gonna create a brand. People just like they just rub it off. Like you didn't get that. I didn't get that feedback I was looking for. I'm just like, yo, bro, I'm gonna create. These are my two hats. Let's start pre-order. I took down numbers. I had probably 10 sheets of numbers because it was clients and customers coming in. So I was just taking that. I had 10 sheets of numbers and phone numbers and names. And I was telling them I'm gonna start a brand. I would love for you to support me, bro. I called all 10 pages when I first dropped. Probably had 2 sales, but so much. It was so promising. You know what I'm saying? So, that's that to answer that. And then when I told my core friends, and this is actually a funny story. When I told my core friends, I told somebody in particular, I was just like, hey, bro, I want to start a brand. He's like, all right, cool. He's like, what you gonna call it? I was like, I don't even know yet. And then I was just like, but I'm gonna start a clothing brand, bro. I'm gonna do it right, and we're gonna capitalize off this one. We're gonna do it. And just I think he's like, I like it, bro. He's like, I'm not trying to steer you the wrong way, but how are you gonna compete with the Nikes and the Adidas? He's like, in the malls. He's like, I don't think you should do it. I was like, no, bro. I was like, I think let's do it. He's like, nah, bro. There's no way you're gonna be able to at the time compete with the Miris. I mean, not the Miris, the Armanis and the Gucci's and the Nikes and the Louis. He's like, no way, bro. He's like, we can't beat them. Why even start? And then it was history since then.
Were you seeking him to help you?
No, it's my boy. We talk about brand to this day.
Oh, okay.
We talk about clothing every day. But I guess just in that sense right there,
he just shot it down. He didn't see the vision you had.
And I don't blame him. It's not his fault.
Yeah, there's
it's
people
my
that,
vision. You know what I'm
of
saying?
course.
Right. But that's why I just said you gotta be around like-minded people because that could have easily deterred me from what I wanted to do.
From not pursuing.
Like, you know what, damn, bro, you're right. Like, how can we get to the level of Nike? Like, fuck that. Like, nah, let's not even start. Next thing, next idea, let's go. So that's funny that she asked that. So that's how that actually started. So it was like two no's and slap on my face. Like, all right, let me talk to my boy about it. Nah, let's not. And then, all right, let me talk to my peers that I see every day at the barbershop because, you know, I was going there every day. And, you know, you get a good cluster of customers, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I called them, hey, your hat's in. Would you like to come pick it up? I'm only selling it for 20. Probably out of like 100 customers, I made like 60. And that was like one customer tipping to like, oh, I feel bad for you. Here you go.
No, man, but that's good because in those moments there is like, you know, you needed the most support.
Right. But
when you're starting off something like that, you're trying to seek the most support. You know,
right.
I remember when I started my cleaning business, I went I don't know how many months without trying to get a client.
Right.
Until I seeked out to my mentor. He's the one that got me the first
big gig,
the first client. Yeah.
Right.
So and to this day I still have them.
That's crazy.
Even though I'm not in that niche no more.
Right.
But just because it was my first one, that, you know, the first client that gave me the opportunity.
Right.
To this day I still service them.
That's beautiful.
You know.
Congratulations.
But we always tend to seek for, you know, for our friends and stuff to support us in the beginning.
Right. But like I said, you can't blame or you can never take anything personal because everybody got a different vision of it. You know what I'm saying? Even with my friends and my family and my sisters, even with them helping me, they still got their own vision of how they see my brand too. So, I never took it personal. It just always just a laughing matter about it. You know what I'm saying? But I would just to answer your question, those two particular things happen.
And where do you see the brand going in the next, you know, 5,
bro,
2, 5, 10 years,
bro?
What do you see you know doing?
I don't even hope. I know it's gonna explode. We're gonna maximize. We're gonna grow. We're gonna maximize. We're gonna expand. We're gonna, like as I said earlier in the interview, we're gonna get in more stores. We're gonna start wholesaling more often.
Yeah, do that kid stuff, man. The kids apparel.
But you know what's so funny? Kids is actually cost more than adult clothes to make.
Oh, really?
Because you're wasting material. So a piece of garment where it says the Werks, let's say this is the piece of garment. This could make probably 2 men's shirts, but this I got cut in the middle to make 1 kid's shirt. So it costs a little bit more. Because they cut in panels. I know you probably can't envision it now, but
man, how did you? This is stuff that you just start learning, right? Because you had no idea.
Nothing. Because I've been inquired about making kids clothes, but when I seen the price point, I was like, damn. Like, and then another thing that deters me from making kids clothes at this current moment is that, bro, you got infants, kids, toddlers, young kids, young adults. Like, there's a variety of kids clothes. So, like, adult, you know, you're small through 4XL. You know what I'm saying? Kids, it's just a big gap. It's just so I'm till I can figure it out a little better. That's why I'll jump into it. But I do want to get into kids clothes for sure.
Would you be considering like hiring somebody that, you know, or having a consultant come that has worked in that kind of?
Yeah. I met this one guy. He was working with Sean John. Yeah, everybody knows Sean John was a big brand, but to get that type of stuff, you know, you're gonna have to dish out some money. So he wasn't giving out too much information, but for the little that he did give it, that's what motivated me to be like, yo, I need a mentor. Like,
how about people that are in the fashion, you know, that go to these schools and they graduate, but it's hard for them to find a job because I'm pretty sure they go to these schools and they want to work for this designer.
Right.
But come on, you know, it's slim to none.
Right.
You know, maybe posting something, you know, that you're willing to hire or have them as consultant to kind of help you.
I'm open to that also. I'm open to that.
I'm just throwing ideas.
Right. No,
I don't know if there's things that if you've thought about these things.
No, I thought about that before. That's actually a good idea. Like a young kid coming fresh out of school, like even a graphic designer kid, just like, yo, because they're also looking for exposure.
course.
You know what I'm saying? They're looking for.
And they're trying to put things underneath their belt. So,
Right.
So when they do apply for.
Right. They're looking for skin in the game. So,
the experience.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to that because they probably could be a benefit to the brand too and the company. So, I'm definitely open to that for sure.
We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. We've been going for a while.
Man, bro, I love it. I could have kept going.
I know, man. I know, Rendy. So let everybody know, man, where can they follow you at?
Okay.
Where's the store located?
Okay. So let's go with the handle first. Our Instagram is Akili Apparel, ACHILLE APPAREL, and we're located in Miami Gardens, off 172nd and 27th. Probably about 5-10 minutes away from Dolphin Stadium.
Appreciate it, man.
Man, hey, I appreciate you having me, brother.
And that wraps up today's episode of the Werks Podcast. A big thank you to Rendy Achille for sharing his incredible journey and his insights into the fashion world. If you enjoyed this podcast, this episode, be sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories and valuable tips from industry leaders. Till next time.